2-minute rounds of full contact cadet kickboxing for the ICO Five Nations title, matched at 65k. Would you please welcome into the red corner, fighting out of the combat kickboxing gym from County Kildare in the Republic of Ireland, the WKA, ISKA and IKF champion, Niall Carroll! And would you welcome his opponent into the blue corner, fighting out of the BKA gym in Burton, England, is the ICO British champion, Carl the Ghost Aubrey! 2-minute rounds of full contact cadet kickboxing for the ICO Five Nations title. Carroll in the red, Carberry in the blue, and ladies and gentlemen, can we please be upstanding for the national anthems.
The big fights just keep coming here for Midland Mayhem 6, and we now have 5 2-minute rounds of cadet kickboxing for the ICO Five Nations title. Niall Carroll with an impressive array of titles already behind him, the WKA, the ISKA and the IKF champion, against Carl the Ghost Carberry from the BKA in Burton. Kassim, the ICO British champion, and we saw his last performance and he was very good in that one.
Yeah, he was. Another fighter that I've seen come up through the BLCC circuit. Carl, I've seen him from when he first started, and he really has come on leaps and bounds. And again, another one of them fighters, them confident fighters that likes dropping his hand and he oozes confidence. So it'll be good to see how this fight goes.
Well, the credentials are there with Niall Carroll, so on paper this is a very tough bout indeed, but we do know that with all that style, as you said, and confidence, Carroll also carries power.
He does. Like, every time I've seen him fight, he really loads up, and when he does land, he does hurt his opponents.
Yes, Kasim and I were, as we said, at Carl's last fight, and that was a stoppage win. So he is oozing confidence, and the big stage now awaits him against a man with very good credentials indeed in Niall Carroll. 5 2-minute rounds. Side kick from Niall to start. Carl comes back with double roundhouses, and Niall calls him on. And the Irishman does look dangerous.
He does. Some heavy shots going in already.
Yes, both men planted their feet early, but I like the way that Niall counters. The moment that left leg hit, his left hand came back. Two sharp men in here.
And Carl just needs to keep his chin down when he's going in.
And he shrugs there, Niall, as Carl puts the front kick in, then his own side kick, both men light on their toes. And both explosive, Kasim. You feel, as you said, that defence could play a huge part in the outcome of this one.
Yeah, you can see now slipping to the left and throwing that right over the top as Carl's coming in. That's what Carl needs to be careful of.
And this time it's Niall. There you go again, that right hand counter to the lead leg of Carl. And he lands it cleanly this time. He's cool under pressure, because Carl does like to put you under pressure. He likes to throw the combinations, but Niall is very calm under that pressure.
Both fighters nice and measured.
And Niall, I feel, is happy as a counter-puncher.
Yeah.
And again, he catches Carl as he comes in. He's got to be so careful here, because this lad has got excellent timing. And obviously, Kasim, when you look at the records, when you're a triple organisation champion, you have to have something about you.
Yeah, and you can see here, it definitely has. Good opening round.
Well, here's the thing. We're used to seeing Carl put people under pressure. As we said, he plants his feet, he throws heavy. But he's against a savvy opponent here who looks to capitalise and respond instantly. What would you be saying to him in his corner to Carl?
The first thing I'd say to Carl is chin down and guard tight when you are going in, because as you can see now, he does look like a counter fighter, and when he does counter, he is countering with strong techniques. So I think, yeah, the first thing I'd say to Carl is chin down and careful as you're going in.
Yeah, delicately balanced. It was a good round. Both men had their moments, as you said, because Carl hit hard, but like you, I like the way that Niall would slip. He was calm under pressure and showed real power in return himself. So delicately balanced at the end of round one with 4 still to go.
Yeah, I think this game I think this fight will be a game of chess. I think there'll be a few swings and roundabouts. Both fighters looking experienced to change things with probably more than one plan.
So round 2 of 5. And Niall immediately takes centre ring this time, pushes again with the side kick. Carl looking to come in with that lead leg. Well, the front kick, then the rounds on the end. That came in low. But one thing I was just about to pick up on before that came in low is when Carl comes in with those heavy kicks, he does drop his guard and his arms go wide.
Does.
And we saw Niall counter a roundhouse with a big right hand before. Carl's got to be so careful. Although that's the last thing on his mind at the moment, that kick straying low. Not intentional, but it doesn't make it any easier whatsoever.
He'll definitely be playing on his mind now. He does look hurt from this stuff.
Yeah, it was clean. It was a hard shot. We see he's got strong legs, Niall. So there's, people say I laugh when some people say, but yeah, but doesn't he wear a box? I don't think they quite understand that the box will only do so much.
Yeah.
And the crowd getting behind Carl now. He's not one to make a fuss. This is genuine here, people. This is, and as Kasim said, it can play on your mind, and it can get you out of your rhythm. So he's got to get his mind back focused, because the thing I'm more worried about, as I said, when Carl comes in with those big booming kicks, he is open to a counter.
Yeah.
Given every opportunity, up to 5 minutes to recover if he needs it. But as I said, Carl's not one to make a fuss unnecessarily. And here they go again. And there's the round kick, and Niall immediately looking for the left and right replies.
Yeah. And there's that right that comes over the top.
That's the danger for me, for Carl. Watching the two across this opening round and a half, that right hand response is the danger, especially if it lands cleanly. Exchange of round kicks there, both just out of range. But again, I like Kasim, the way the Irishman will suddenly, you're used to being lured on, then suddenly he'll spring forward and break that rhythm.
Yeah, that just shows that the experience.
Both landed cleanly there. Some solid punches going in these exchanges. And I've just got a feeling that Niall Carroll is a live wire who's living up to the title belts that he's already got. He comes in fast with that right hand. Doesn't set it up.
And there ain't many fighters that actually do start a combination with the right.
But it's the footwork that impresses me, because that's what gets him there. He's so quick that he can afford to throw the right without setup, because it's just instant.
Yeah.
Carl trying to walk Niall down. There's the right hand.
Right.
That's the danger, Kasim.
I think Carl needs to be careful going in onto that, because like I say, it will double up the power as well.
He's got to adjust to it, because that was close already. It's been warned a couple of times, and that's a booming roundhouse as well from Niall.
You can tell Niall carries good power.
Carl responds. It's been two very good rounds. But again, when you're in full flow aggressively is also when you're susceptible to the counters. And for me, personally, if I was to come off the fence, I would go with the red corner in that round.
Yeah, so would I. It was a good, strong round from Niall there.
And for me, the dangers for Carl is he likes to open up, he likes to throw the combinations, but he's against a young man that can exploit those openings and is powerful himself.
Yeah. And he looks sharp and balanced every time he's throwing.
Now, we've seen bouts where one carries power, one carries technique, and the power merchant can almost have the luxury of taking a few shots to get the power shots in.
Yeah.
This is not a luxury Carl has today.
No. I think both fighters know about each other's power, whereas you can always see Niall is always shaking his head every time Carl throws a good technique. Once again, that with me every time that I was fighting and I'd hit someone and they shake their head, I know I've got them.
Yeah, it's bravado. You know you've caught them clean, but as I said, I hope Carl's seen the warning signs, because that right hand of Niall Carroll just missed once, landed cleanly the second time. Both men look in awesome shape. The distance won't be a problem. But as Kasim said, I think the problem here is who will adapt most and who will change most. I think there's lots more to happen here yet, mate. Yeah.
I think this is the round that both fighters need to try and stamp their authority on the fight.
Yes, the third and pivotal round of a 5-round fight, the fight that says who's in ascendancy. And again, as you said, Niall, nice jam there though by Carl, that's better, but I still want him to come in with a tighter guard when he throws that front kick. Exchanging kicks here, and they're heavy and they're powerful. And Kasim, when you feel that Niall is now looking for that kick, and that right hand comes across very fast as a counter.
Yeah.
And incredible, we just saw an exchange there that was very heated, but nothing really landed for either man.
Now we've got Carl going forward.
And it's a good tactic because he works the body when he's in close there, but it does mean his own head is vulnerable at times. Oh,
There's
Carl
that right
came in
over
with
the
the
top.
right hand, with the right leg, but that right hand, Kasim, he's got to watch for it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And as you said, I think both men are acutely aware of how important this round is because they're both putting in heavy shots now.
They are. I think Carl's been.
That he's in real pain now. Was that a groin shot?
I didn't see anything.
But that is real pain. There is real pain here.
I thought it was his foot. Thought he caught him. Because as soon as he kicked, I think he caught his elbow.
There's real pain here and real concern. Obviously, the medics are in very quickly. Superb medical team here tonight. Kasim, talking to Carl, I think you're spot on. He went to do it. Carl just said to me he did a big kick and I blocked with my arm and he went immediately. So Carl said, I saw the kick coming, blocked, and then he went down. So I think, as you said, the point of the elbow must have been on that perfect or imperfect, whichever way you look at it, placement. And Carl blocks it and he went down immediately. So I just spoke to Carl and he said, it's my arm.
Yeah.
He said it was my arm. And it was just heating up as well. Both men were really starting to lay heavy leather down and really starting to test each other. And it was a big booming kick. Carl had the foresight to block it, so it's a good technique by Carl.
Yeah.
But as Carl said, he said the moment it hit my arm, he just went down. So, like you rightly said, Kasim, I'm sure that was the point of the elbow.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I make the official announcement on this, two young men who are both equally devastated, superb sportsmanship, no one is happy in this situation. Now, this is a medical stoppage, which means it is a win, and the title belt goes to Carl in the blue corner. But I'm sure, as you can see, it's not the way he would want to win, but he is the title winner. But once again, all I can stress is two wonderful young men in this ring, and what sportsmanship. But because it being a medical stoppage, Carl is the champion.